In the previous video, we learned how to do text annotation on a nonfiction piece. You will find nonfiction pieces in all of your subject areas, including English. Today, we are going to do a text annotation on a fiction piece or literary piece. This will help you be able to understand the story better in order to write an essay or a short answer response or do any activity that you need to do in English class. The piece we'll be using is A Boy They Didn't Take Pictures Of by Dave Eggers. The boy, Charles, was part of a family of 7, 4 children, 2 parents, and a grandmother they called Pippi. He was not the oldest and not the youngest, but he was 11 when he noticed something. So it's saying underline not the oldest and not the youngest. I'm going to make an assumption that he has middle child syndrome. Everywhere in the house were pictures of all the members of the family, together and alone. But nowhere was there a picture of Charles. But nowhere was there a picture of Charles. I'm going to go ahead and say that he was left out, maybe even alone. He said nothing about it because he made himself believe that it was not true, that somewhere, some upstairs bathroom or basement hallway, he would be proven wrong. He would find a picture of himself. So the fact that he thinks that he'll be proven wrong tells us that he is hopeful, that he doesn't think that he is truly forgotten. Did he ever investigate this closely? Never, of course. When he was 14, he spent a good deal of time at the house of a friend named Alex. Alex's mother, named Scarlett and looking that way, liked to take pictures of Alex's friends. So I'm going to go ahead and underline like to take picture of Alex's friends, and I'm going to make a prediction that Charles was not one of them. She had a wall where she displayed them all. But as the months went by and Charles's time at Alex's house implied that he should be on the wall too, nothing of the kind happened. So I was correct. Scarlett smiled at him, spoke to him kindly, but never asked him to sit on the fence in the yard where all the other boys posed. Again, Charles said nothing because he figured it was an oversight only, one that, if pointed out, would make him seem gauche or needy or strange. So he did not want to seem I'm going to say that he didn't want to be a complainer. He didn't want people to see him as needy or as kind of a whiner. Many years later, now in his 20s, Charles dated a woman, Ray, who kept pictures on her shelves. I'm going to go ahead and underline that and make another prediction. Charles was not in these pictures. Small gold and seashell frames held photos of her friends and sisters and even her ex-boyfriends, who were now her good friends and how nice, called often. I'm going to underline how nice. And we get a sense of jealousy from Charles. But after 9 months together, there were no pictures of Charles on the shelf. So I'm going to go ahead and underline that and just write that I was correct in my previous prediction. Ray had never even taken his photo or asked a stranger to take their picture together. Again, Charles said nothing. So I am going to underline that and say that he has been too shy or submissive and still in his 20s has said nothing. But with each successive slight from childhood till the present, with each odd instance of his seemingly lifelong invisibility, I'm going to go ahead and underline seemingly lifelong invisibility. We get a sense of his emotions. He feels that he is a loner or that he's not important. He wondered, was he ugly? He wasn't, he knew this. But nor was he handsome. Aha! He did have an unshapely nose and an incongruous chin, and some scars from the acne that potholed his cheeks. But was that it? Did the people he knew simply prefer the more photogenic of their friends and family? He knew this was too simple, too crude, too enraging and wretched to be doubted for a moment. So his questioning, too simple, too crude, too enraging, that he wasn't in pictures because of his look. And then we can simply write why at the end of it. Because we are still left at the end of this story not knowing why he was never in a picture. And he doesn't know either. So these annotations are going to help you understand the story better. You stop, think, reflect, and write down in the margins so when you go back to reread or to analyze or to find textual evidence, you have your annotations on the side to help you find that piece that you're looking for quicker. If you need more practice on this, please go back and watch the video again, or practice with a piece of literature that your English teacher has provided for you.